Tourism is another reason to visit Christian County. One of the classic historic attractions in Kentucky, the Pennyroyal Area Museum, is an important part of history in Hopkinsville.
Pennyroyal Area Museum is focused on regional and local history. We're very proud of our diverse collection that tells the story of Hopkinsville and Christian County and of the whole Pennyroyal region of western Kentucky.
Built in the early 20th century, the building was home to the Hopkinsville Post Office from 1915 to 1967. The museum opened in 1976. Many of the building's features remain untouched, including its stately columns that have now stood watch over 9th Street in Hopkinsville for almost 100 years. The museum contains much of the history of Hopkinsville and traces the legacy of Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet.
And we're very, very proud of our collection of artifacts that deal with Edgar Cayce, our native son who served as a psychic essentially in the early 20th century, and we have a collection of personal items that belong to Edgar Cayce.
The Big Top is always in town at the Charles Jackson Circus Museum, Kentucky's only circus museum.
Charles Jackson was a local boy who grew up in Hopkinsville and fell in love with the circus at a very young age. And he started collecting circus toys and posters, anything he could get his hands on from the circus. He collected over decades of his life. And we have his collection on display at our circus museum. It's a virtual funhouse of circus memorabilia.
The third leg of Hopkinsville's museum heritage is the Woody Winfrey Fire Transportation Museum.
The Woody Winfrey Fire Transportation Museum is housed in the Central Fire Station downtown, built in the early 1900s and kind of rebuilt in the 1920s. We have it set up to look like an old fire station with antique fire trucks. We have the first and the third motorized fire truck that Hopkinsville purchased for its fire department. We have other antique automobiles and different modes of transportation, fire memorabilia, the fire run records for decades, a very interesting museum dedicated to both the history of the fire department in Hopkinsville and to kind of an overarching history of transportation.
Another unique slice of Christian County history is the Jefferson Davis State Historic Site just outside Hopkinsville in the hamlet of Fairview. A 351-foot obelisk constructed on a foundation of solid Kentucky limestone marks the site, and an elevator to the top gives visitors a bird's-eye view of the countryside for many miles. The monument is the tallest concrete obelisk in the world. All the other taller obelisks are constructed with blocks of stone. For animal lovers, a favorite place to visit is Christian Way Farms in North Christian County. Play around at the newly constructed mini golf course while an array of goats, dogs, and pigs and donkeys roam the grounds. After a tractor ride, you can feed and pet the animals, enjoy a picnic, shop in the farm store, or just rock on the porch and enjoy the scenic environment. Christian County is fortunate to have a state-of-the-art live theater playhouse in the historic Alhambra Theater.
Right now we're sitting in the Alhambra, and our main floor here holds about 500 seats, and we've got a balcony as well which holds a couple hundred seats up there. So this theater is a little bit bigger than it looks from the outside.
Recently, the Alhambra has added affordable classic movies to its lineup of entertainment.
We've recently added film to the theater. The theater has been dormant on that side since 1984. So one of our objectives this year was to get this theater film ready, and we have done that. We've had great response so far. It allows us to bring a classic type movie into the venue. It also allows us to provide programming for a very diverse audience.
As you can see, the tourism and culture scene is vibrant in Christian County. Whether you're a long-term resident or a first-time visitor, Christian County offers many family-friendly quality tourism and entertainment destinations.